I was talking to an old client the other day, and she called me and she asked me, to check out her social media and her marketing in general. And we were checking out her social media, and which was, it was, your normal, typical stuff, right? She posts 2 or 3 times a week, on her Facebook page, and same thing on her Instagram, regular stuff. And she said, I've never really made any money on social, so I don't want to focus on social. Let's focus on something else. And I said, looking at your social, I can see why you've never really made money at your social. You want social to work for you, but you don't work for your social. In 2017, a few posts here and there, willy-nilly, is just not going to cut it anymore. You have to really be solving problems on a massive scale if you want massive results. So if you're actually trying to quantify money, return on investment, which is the biggest question we always get in terms of social media or marketing in general, but you have to produce massive amount of content. We're fighting attention, and that's very, very difficult. If I'm early for my doctor's appointment, then I can be on Netflix or on YouTube or on Instagram. Every second of my day is filled. If I wasn't driving right now, I'd be on a screen. So you have to interrupt me, and the only way to interrupt me is to give me something that is beneficial to me. And the only thing that I care about is myself and my problems. And same thing with your customers. So the only tip I can give people, and it's the only tip I ever give people, is massive amounts of content. And when I say how much is massive, you'll know. Produce content until you're tired, and then you're kind of in the right vein. But producing no content and wondering why you haven't returned or gotten any money on investment, you haven't invested anything. You've invested $2 in the stock market and wondering why your return is 2 pennies, and saying maybe the stock market is overrated. You start putting in hundreds of millions of dollars in the stock market, and when that goes up, those returns are humongous. And the lucky thing is, or the good thing is, that almost everyone is doing the minimums. Everyone is doing the higgledy-piggledy, onesie-twosie, posting here and there. So when you post every single day on Facebook, or multiple times a day on Instagram, to the tune of 10 or 25 times a day on Instagram, then you start getting noticed. And when you do that on a consistent basis, that's when the ROI, you're living in ROI potential. So, but without that, it's just not going to happen. So take a look at what do you want those returns to be, and ask yourself, what are you putting in to get in those results? And oftentimes it's nothing. So, or not enough. And so it doesn't matter if you're a small business, big business. It's all the same, really.